Okay, so these are the first two I'm going to make. Someone's already had some preferences, so two pocket mugs are going to get made. One with maple burl, which is one of the first woods I really liked and wanted to start working on myself, so it's a really good choice. And then we've got Osage. Those burn marks will go. Nice grain on that one. And then pecan under there, which turns out lately, the last few I've made, pecan's really popular. It smells awesome when you sand it too. It's kind of got a nutty smell. I've heard some people say they don't like it. I really like it. Can't smell it till you take the respirator off, of course, but that's nice too. We're going to go with mostly copper pins for these two, just for their backs. Lanyard hole, so it's hollow. I'm just kind of giving myself a minute here. Mostly because, not just to show you guys a video, but because these two wood handles are a really good idea when I first started doing them. I really like the way they come out, but they're nerve-wracking, man. Like I was saying before, three-dimensional shapes. You've got both sides here that have to be perfectly leveled, and they're meant to be when you get them from your supplier, but you know, you're going to contrast that. And then you've got this side and the side that you join it to that's got to be leveled. It's sealable, obviously, and you can hide it in tricks, but I hate things like that. You want it to just be perfect. Sometimes you end up forming this to fit this, because sometimes that's easier than making it perfect straight. Tools I use, since I mostly do it by hand anyway. They're all nerve-wracking. I've done it a few different ways. I've joined these two together, so they make one scale, and then started working on it. Of course, the only way to join them together is really just to tack them until they're on the knife, and it can become untacked, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's annoying when you're really trying to work with something. I've also tried to do it with measure about 90 times and do it accurately, do it in two separate pieces. The main problem I find with that is that you've also got to remember, not only do you have three sides, you've got three sides to a knife too, so what you'll end up with is not quite that exaggerated, but you'll sometimes find that the pecan or the front wood will come down too far on one side compared to the other, so you want to make them uniform at some point, so you don't get something like that. It doesn't look bad, but you know, you're trying to get it as accurate as you can. Anyway, there's just a lot to think about with them, and so I kind of take them slow. These ones are not any easier than any other handle, but just one color, one wood, really takes out all of that, and you can concentrate on some of the other details, which this has too, but you know, you kind of get swept up in the accuracy of these. I'm not complaining, I mean, it's a hobby, and it's a lot of fun, but like I say, I like to take a second and think about it all, because there are about 7 different points at each stage where if you don't think about it beforehand, and then you go past that point, then there's no going back. So you have to find new scale material, restart it, find a way of fixing it. And that happens with every knife handle I've ever done, to be honest with you, but with these, it's just, like I said, there are more stages. Every stage along the way, you got to check 7 different things. And that's going from drilling the hole, to laying out the scale size or the shape, to just right from this very first step where I'm going to have to find where the holes are going to go, start cutting the rough shape. That's going to be my first stage, my first step. Anyway, so that's where we're going to start. Wish me luck again. Thank you.